Lotar, our friends. Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and once again it is time for another Orc Mode workout. And today was max effort lower day, but a quick reminder for those of you who watch these videos, please click like down below. Be greatly appreciated. So, it's going to be a short video today because I noticed some minor pain in my middle back, and I cut a lot of my workout today, and we'll discuss why I did that, because it's a warning sign. So I already had someone say on the squats, are like, why is this below your max? I'm like, it's not. My max with this bar is 531. So me getting 491 with 54 pounds of change is actually quite good. And relative to my other chain lifts, if you guys were to do a little bit of math on them, it's actually a small PR. It's actually a PR. Right? 20 pounds heavier than when I did 10 pounds less chain weight. Okay? 20 pounds more bar weight over my last moderate chain lift, right? Even though this is a hair less chain, it's 20 pounds more plates on the bar. Realistically, this is actually a PR. And it represents very, very close to average strength curve of what my true max was last time I tested it, which has not been that long. And that 531 with this bar was a true max. And like I've said, my goal is to get this bar to 600. My goal is to get this bar to 600. Because when I do that, my strength is going to be ridiculous on my squat. Because I'm so much weaker on this bar than every other bar. Way weaker. Even when you guys watched me do a straight bar with bands not that long ago, when my shoulder was filling up to it, it just crushes this bar. Right? I cannot do anywhere near with this bar what I did on that. And it wasn't even a max. So we got to the good mornings, and I technically got a PR, but I noticed a strain in my mid-back, and I have not pinpointed if it's lower trap or lat on the left side. I felt a strain. I felt it as soon as I locked it and I went to take the step forward. I'm like, that doesn't feel right. So we got a PR with this chain weight, which again, indicative that I'm ready for a straight weight PR. But I've been hammering my middle back a lot lately, because I know it's the weak link on my squatting. And I always say that same area lights up when I hit a true max squat. It doesn't matter what bar. I feel it every time. Every time. And I have actually had minor strains in that area a few times. Right? It's happened a few times. So I realized, I'm like, okay, I could probably still do some squatting with it. It's not so overwhelming, but let's come over to the point. We have a minor pull as a warning sign that, hey, we're pushing this area a little bit hard. Pushing this area a little hard. Time to back down a hair. So, in backing down a hair doesn't necessarily mean a full deload or anything. It could mean, hey, I just don't train that area today. We go to stuff that puts the back in traction. So I decided to PR my belt squats. Now this first set I didn't get quite as deep, because on the next two sets I realized I could just take it all the way to the floor and just bring it up from a pause. And I threw up an example for the whole Lyle and Mike debate on the third set with sound, so you guys can hear it, of me straining. And we can use this as a good example of the reps and reserve thing. I had to rest pause the last couple reps on the third set, right? My form was degrading, and then I get to that last one. I took a 2-second breather, a 2-second pause at the top, got my breath. Might have even been 3 seconds. Came down, paused, drove it up, and I had to lean forward. My whole torso, everything changed. It was slower, and my form broke down. And you'll see it when we get to the third one. Then I decided in between these, I'd go ahead and do my grip work. And this was tough today, because again, I'm hammering my grip hard every day. These were hard today. I just dropped them when I couldn't hold on anymore. Interestingly enough, though, this lets me know I could have gone light with my back, because I didn't feel anything in my back there. And I would say that area now, after I finished the workout, it feels a little tender. It almost feels like DOMS right now. So there's no sharp pain. And again, I'm thinking more and more it feels like the lat, because I've kind of poked under my skin with stuff to see where it is, where I feel that pain, and it feels more like lat. My lower lat on the left side, because it's not right there in the center, it's offset. It's not like right by my spine. And it kind of comes over to the edge, to the rib cage, definitely. So it feels like my lat. I strained my lower lat. Now, we've hit some pretty good row PRs lately on strict pin leg rows. I'm hammering that area super hard. I've been hitting pretty much limit sets with the safety bar good morning, trying to work my middle back too, right? Trying to bring up that weak link. Okay, it's just reacting a bit. It's like, okay, we're pushing super hard. I need a couple days off, and I've got to respect that. We have to listen to those warning signs. You know, this is how guys get hurt. When you get a warning like that, and you say, I'm just going to push on through the workout. This is when we start tearing stuff. Okay, we don't get hurt without warnings. People who say, oh, injuries just happen randomly in the weight room, that's very rare. Okay, it's very rare. What happened is my max lift, my PR, gave me the warning. Because notice I completed the lift without an injury. But it hit that area and it told me, hey, this area is approaching overuse. And that's one of the big deals I tell people. Maxes don't hurt you. If you get hurt on a max, it's a sign that something is really, really wrong. You have some severe overuse that you've ignored. Because in this case, it simply brought out that overuse, and it's my body telling me, when I hit a truly heavy weight, hey, your weakest link just got a minor pull. Okay? Because you've been hitting that weak link so hard, it is not recovering. Not recovering. So it needs the rest of the week off. You know, we're not going to hit it again today. Let it heal. I have the whole weekend for it to heal up. Usually when I do something like that, I find that by the time Monday rolls around or whatever, we're good. 3 days to heal. Should be fine. And I'll go back into normal training on Monday. And I've always found that to consistently be the case. But, hey, look at the PR on those. We've got 320. And I realize, because I'm using that thicker chain now, I need to count the chain, because that's at least a 5-pound chain. That full chain. So I threw that on top of the plate. So it would be 315. But then I have that 5-pound chain, and then those big shackles I'm running on there. That's all at least 5 pounds. So I'll just count it as 5. But I'm in a real good spot with those. I mean, I know my quads are strong. We just have to get the back up to par. You know, but I don't want to quit training the quads. You know, they're going to be important. If I want to squat 700, I'm going to need bigger quads. And it's unfortunate, though, that the area that's the weak link that I've been training so hard is now getting towards overuse. You know, I hate that, but it's the nature of the game, unfortunately. Sometimes we just have to accept these things. You know, we keep getting stronger, keep moving forward. Let those areas heal. Get in, do some massage on them, right? And then get back in and keep pushing them. But, you know, it is what it is. It's unavoidable sometimes, especially when you train like this. You know, and I'm not a machine. And a lot of people will see sometimes the workloads they see me put in every week. And they're like, oh man, this guy's a machine. It's like, dude, I have to live my lifestyle a certain way to pull this off. Right? And even then, I've been reducing my volume a bit lately, because I realize, you know, my volume is probably higher than I need it to be sometimes. You know, and I've said that before in the past, that I probably would reel it in a bit. And that's what I'm doing now. So we're back to really nothing getting more than about 12 to 13 work sets a week for the most part. It's just not necessary. When you're moving the poundages I do, we're doing hard sets. That is more than adequate, especially when it's split up over 2 days for each thing. You know, but the thing that seems to be getting the most brunt is, of course, gets it on all 4 days, because I'm counting rows and good mornings and stuff. Those are all separate exercises hitting that area. And all that squatting with the safety bar. It's really hammering that middle back with a lot more sets than that, technically. So, again, goes to show you that even when we're cutting back total volume, certain areas can still get hit almost too hard. You know, and I wish I was at a point where I felt safer with my shoulder doing more straight bar work, and I'm getting close to that point again, doing all the mobility work and everything for it again now that the impingement's gone. And hopefully I can do that soon, and that may relieve some of that stress there a little bit too, being able to go to other bars. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.